General Kwast, we're talking about your new company, SkyCorp. You just took a leadership role there. You're the CEO there. It's at least part of the answer. I'm convinced of that. Just because you're involved, but just the vision that you laid out, it's part of the answer at a minimum for solving Space Race 2.0 and making life better for Americans. So what do Americans need to know about the company, and how can we help you?
Well, the reason I joined this company is because I'd spent the last 30 years trying to convince Congress that we needed a Space Force, which happened, trying to convince the American people that this is a real danger if America doesn't get involved aggressively. But I was not seeing anybody in the private sector really getting aggressive about the manufacturing piece of this. So I joined this company to actually get on the front lines of this fight, because I know what the military needs. I know what the government needs, and I can build it as a private company without all of the limitations that come with a yearly budget by Congress. Congress and the government are too slow, and we need entrepreneurs in companies like SkyCorp that actually know what to do and can do it faster.
Well, there's no question. You look at Elon Musk and what he's achieved and how that's impacted in the Ukraine conflict and so forth. There's no question private enterprise can move faster, and the government's always known this. I mean, during World War II, it was American industry that made a difference. And the manufacturing you mentioned, automobiles, tanks, planes, you name it, it's been private enterprise. But SkyCorp's a little different, and I think it's different just because they have you as a leader, because I'm certain that you're not going to let the Chinese Communist Party get in and co-opt or infiltrate your company. Tell us what you're doing to protect it.
Well, we are. And it's not just having good cybersecurity and doing things smartly. It's about the money. It always has been. And so here is what we are doing different. We need the money that is not attached to China, where it will influence decisions or try to liquidate the company by putting it out of business or stealing the intellectual property. But we also need money that is not going to make people rich that are not friends of America or our Constitution. And there's a lot of them out there. I mean, there is big global money that believes in socialism. In other words, they do not believe in free will as a God-given right for every human being. And this is why we have tyrants and despots that put pressure on people to comply and to obey. That is not the American way. It is why we are free people with independence, liberty, and a sense of self-determination. And so SkyCorp is on the move to find the money that is not connected with the deep state, it's not connected with global money that believes in socialism, and it's not connected to China that is trying to put America out of business. That is not easy to do. And that is the number one job.
Well, you're singing our song. That's the purpose of the Economic War Room. We believe we're in an economic war both against the globalist communists, the leftists that are trying to take over our country, plus the Chinese Communist Party. And we're training financial advisors and individuals. We're telling them, don't invest in wokeness, invest in liberty, security, and values. And part of that wokeness is ESG. And it's not that you couldn't qualify as a really perfect ESG investment in so many ways, not philosophically, but if you take them on prima facie, on face value, you're good for ESG. But you're also good for liberty, security, and values. And you've been helping us as we train individual investment advisors. So how would that work? How can people invest in Space Race 2.0, promoting liberty, security, and values, and maybe supporting SkyCorp?
Well, all they have to do is have a willingness to support something that is in the world and be on the leading edge. I mean, the return on investment are huge. I have banks that are lined up to raise, hundreds of millions of dollars for SkyCorp. But some of them are connected and are controlling in the way they are connected with globalist ideologies like you just described. And we will turn away from that money. So when you really get rid of all of the globalist money that has ideological proclamations that are counter to our Constitution and our one nation under God, and you get rid of all money that is China, it actually gets down to very few people that have the money and the ideology to invest. So we are looking for you. And we're also looking for people who want to be on the leading edge of this fight, forensics accountants, people who understand money and how to follow the money to make sure that the money is clean and it is connected to people that believe in America, because those are the people I want to make rich. I walk around the country to investors with this golden goose of SkyCorp and what we are doing and what we've already proved, because we're the only company that has already space flight tested the elements of these modular satellites and monster garages. So it's just a matter of getting the resources in the investment, and we can build it. We know it works. It's been proven on the International Space Station. But finding money that is clean is the hard part. And if you want to help with that, you just contact me through either you and this Economic War Room or at Kwast at skycorpinc.com.